Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Dolphins and the 49ers, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set. Come on, 38.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know, but what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Striker, 3-3.
Tua sets up to pass it. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Davis Price on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Let's go.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now Lance. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on 1st and 10. Davis Price gets this one out of the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Lance now on 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua, and going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
And we are back, Super Bowl 61. Thanks for joining us, everybody, nationwide and around the globe as both teams get set to begin the second quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Then he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins have moved out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Second down, here's Davis Price. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mitchell. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And this one too low.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now they will run it with Davis Price. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 44. Colton Miller, former 1st-round pick, called for the penalty there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. The Lance going to throw. He'll fire it deep for Rager. It got his man complete. Touchdown, 49ers.
CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Read option. Here's Davis Price.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, we saw him score on the ground earlier in the ball game. This time, the defense says not so fast.
Yeah, that's good scouting and good awareness, isn't it? Because you always have to be wary of him keeping it himself, especially in this part of the field. Because if he doesn't like what he sees, you know he'll take off and try and go for it himself.
The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick here is good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Right back to him on first down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Tua. That one complete to Hill.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Looking to pass. Tua. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Tua. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a first and goal.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
It's a slant to Hill. And some room to roam now. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop?
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Niners have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth. And who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Throwing now is Tagovailoa, escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this 4th quarter. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Gets it out wide to Davis-Price.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Let's go now. Right. Black shot. Ready?
On 2nd and 9, Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Right two.
Throwing on first down is Lance. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Ready?
On 3rd down, here's Davis Price. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Ready.
Going for it, it's Mitchell. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. And now they'll throw with Lance. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here we go.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And Lance now to throw. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Tua. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Tua. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Tua to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. 15 yards down to the 15 and a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they get to him quickly here as he stops right around the 13. And they are able to spike it, cutting it close, but 2 seconds left on the clock. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins have tied things up here in the fourth. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime.
So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it after the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs. Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 96 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. The throw over the middle, taken in. Touchdown! And Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win them the game anymore with the rule changes in overtime with the postseason, but they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure is now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And CD, the pressure is on here. Only a touchdown on this series will prevent their season from coming to an end right here, right now.
And this is why the postseason overtime rules will change. Partner to afford teams an opportunity to respond in this type of a situation, because in the past, this game would already be over, and the losing team would be making off-season plans. Now they've earned their way into a postseason. They do get a chance to answer after the other team scores first.
His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. So, CD, in the postseason, they obviously get the chance to answer that touchdown from a bit ago, but how do they set aside that pressure, knowing that their entire season is coming down to this series?
What a great question, and I don't think that they set it aside. I think that they confront it, and they've done it throughout practice time in preparation for opportunities like this.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
To throw again on second down. Lance airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, CD, they had the overtime answer. Now the question, do they tie it or go for the win?
Well, the teams already knew. The best teams, they made up their minds before they got to the end zone whether they were going to go for 2 or go for the tie.
Now the 49ers electing to lead the offense out there and go for 2. That's caught, and he will not get there as the try for 2 is unsuccessful, and they will remain down by a point. And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South Florida. The Miami Dolphins are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely Do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way?